Hello survivors and welcome to another Walking Dead Road to Survival video, and in this video we're going to be going over Mythic Battle Pass 21, taking a look at the new avatar in a bit greater detail. You can see it on the screen here, we'll look at it a little bit later, it does look really cool, and we've got a new weapon on the left hand side as well. Most likely quite a lot of things are going to be repeating from the last Battle Pass. We see the Ultra tokens and Advanced tokens as usual, and we'll just basically see what's going to be changing, what's going to be new additions going through the Battle Pass itself. You can see, as it says on the screen, the start time is going to be the 27th of March, 2023 at 5 PM Pacific time, and it ends on the 25th of April, so just about a month long. Standard stuff for the Battle Passes here. It says, every new season of the Mythic Battle Pass will offer an all-new exclusive 5-star weapon, a unique avatar, and up to 20,000 Advanced Mythic tokens and 20,000 Ultra Mythic tokens. This season features Joshua's Meat Cleaver and Negan's bargaining chip. Is this a little sneak peek at a potential new character as well? Because we don't have a fast Joshua in the Mythic era. I think Joshua hasn't got a Mythic character at all, so this could potentially mean there could be a Joshua coming out. It may not necessarily be fast, because we have had weapons come out that aren't actually the same trait as the character that exists, but potentially it could be a Joshua on the way. We'll look at the stats here. It has got 40% HP, 40% defense, improved absolute defense, when being attacked a 60% chance to reduce the damage to 0 and apply a 20% slow to the attacker for their next turn, and then improved attack damage reduction, reduce basic attack damage done to this character by 30%. Now I'm assuming, it's a big assumption here, actually it's not really that big an assumption, I'm assuming this is a fast weapon. It doesn't have a trait anywhere. It could potentially be strong, it's unlikely, but I'm assuming this is a fast weapon. And obviously you can't craft anything on this except the stats. You can get one of the stats up to 55%, or you could go for like 50, 45, whatever you want to do. The other two things are obviously really good. Reducing basic attack damage helps with multi-hit rushes, helps with basic attacks, helps with signature moves that do like crit potential. The improved absolute defense just means it's got a 60% chance to proc the absolute defense over the crafted one, which I think is like 35. So it's a good weapon. It's nice for a defense team. Not so good for an attack team, but nice for a defense team. I think we have had a improved absolute defense weapon in a previous battle pass. Now we move on to the actual avatar, and honestly, I think this looks sick. Two versions of sick. A, it looks great, and two, but like, this is like a scene from the comics, and I think this would be really good for them to do for avatars. Is like try and find really important scenes that have happened in the past. The first one that springs to my mind is, you know, the opening scene pretty much from The Walking Dead, where Rick wakes up in the bed in the hospital, and you could just have Rick kind of just like in the bed in the hospital just waking up as the avatar. That could be kind of cool to have, quite a memorable moment. There's other memorable moments, of course, you know, maybe like the Whisperers heads on spikes moment. You could have like Rosita or like Ezekiel or a couple of the characters next to each other, and it's kind of brutal. You know, there could be some really cool ones, honestly. There could be some really cool ones. I like this a lot, though. Really nice. I think in the past, they've just basically done a character. A lot of the time, it's just been like their first day in the apocalypse, effectively. A lot of the day one characters were featured as avatars recently, so yeah. Players who purchase a Mythic Battle Pass Season 21 key will immediately get 50,000 Armory tokens and 50,000 Mythic tokens. Get some silver straight away. That's good for newer players mainly. We seem to have exactly the same daily missions. Defeat walkers, defeat fighters, raid missions, SR missions, arena missions, road map missions, friendly duels, adrenaline rush missions, and ally fighter missions. Obviously, gets drawn to my attention a lot of the time by Steve, a lot of the time, saying about the arena missions, the fact that this resets a few hours after your arena daily missions reset. So just make sure that you are patient and wait until this resets to be able to do your free attack during your arena missions. Otherwise, you're going to have to spend tickets to actually complete that mission, which is not great. We can go through the actual battle pass information. You can see on the left-hand side is going to be the free tier. On the right-hand side, you get for the key, which I think is around about $10. You can get it for a little bit cheaper on some apps, but it's around about $10. We'll just go through it, see if there's anything that pops out as a big reward. Get some cans, silvers, get the same old stuff in the early tiers. ×5. I think a lot of this stuff was made like ×5 on Armory materials when they kind of merged the two battle passes, the battle pass and like the Forge pass. You can see the first advanced tokens come in at tier 25. You get 5k free to play and 10k for if you buy the pass. And then we keep going. I think there is meant to be a mod in here, a big mod. We've got ultra tokens at tier 40. Lots of those. Oh, there we go. Paragon mod on the right hand side. Random Paragon mod at 48. Lots of silvers at 49, and at 50 you get the weapon on for the actual key, and everybody gets the avatar. So you have to obviously buy the key, which, like I said, is around $10. The weapon is like the main attraction, but you do get everything on these tiers as well. You do get a Paragon mod. This is probably the best thing to buy in the game. If you're going to spend any money at all, this is probably the best thing to pick up. You get everything that you're going to need to progress. Medals, blow torches, even just 10,000 ultra mythic tokens for $10 is not too bad, considering how much they cost in general. But you're getting all this other stuff on top. Then you can push on to the bonus tier, and now this is where free-to-play have a chance, if they really want to grind it out, to get an extra 5k advanced and 5k ultra on the left-hand side. I think you pretty much have to do every single mission every single day to get everything in this. There's no relaxed moment. Obviously, if you miss out on 1 or 2, it's not too bad. You only miss out on 1,000 ultra and 1,000 advanced in that case, but you could still get quite a lot of tokens. I think it's 100,000 points needed. This is just from memory. 100,000 points needed for tier 50 and 150,000 points needed for tier 150. And you can get 5.7k a day, something like that. It kind of works out to maybe getting just a bit more than what you are required to get. So you might be able to like just miss out on some. And then you get the boxes that are going to be in some of these rewards. Quite a lot of material, food, stuff like that. This can push you past your like thresholds. Quite nice when you want to upgrade a lot of skills at the same time, especially with the materials and so on and so forth. And then you can see like just in actual text what these things contain. 5-star ghillie suits, yada 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 yada. Lots of gear. And then the energy choice boxes: World, Raid, War, and SR, which is obviously good to see. I personally exclusively take SR from those ones because SR are hard to come by. The rest not so much for me, or I have pretty decent stock. SR cans. I did actually complain about SR cans recently, and I said, hey, you know what? I've got no SR cans, and then I found those crates, and I got like 100 SR cans instantly, so it can be like that. So this battle pass, kind of standard. As I just slowly scrolled up, you can see the rewards again. We're just going to get a new weapon and a new avatar. Pretty nice looking avatar. Pretty decent weapon. I think that's going to be a fast weapon. If it's strong, it would obviously be way more attractive, but fast would still be good. Well, that's it, guys, for the little preview on Mythic Battle Pass 21. Same old, as I saw people say in my live chat. But we are going to get a brand new avatar, a brand new weapon. And generally speaking, this is the most, worthwhile thing to pick up if you are ever going to spend money in the game. You can pick it up between $7 and $10, depending on what app you use. It is a very low price point. You get quite a lot out of it. Lots of resources. A new weapon. If you're a brand new player to the game and you're thinking where to spend, and you actually do manage to complete the battle pass, remember you have to complete all the tiers that you see in the image below, or you saw in the image below, to actually get that reward. So if it's near the end of the battle pass, obviously you may want to hold off for the next one, but generally speaking, it is one of the better things to pick up. It's just as simple as that. If you're going to spend, it is one of the better things to pick up. There's not too many things I recommend in the game, but the battle pass is definitely one for people who are willing to spend. The weapon looks decent. I'm pretty sure it's fast. Normally the strong weapons are blunt weapons. So it doesn't make it as amazing, but it's still good. 60% absolute defense is still pretty strong. And there are a couple of characters I think that got recently released. I think I want to say it might be Carson and maybe Zoo, who have weapons that are kind of replaceable on their main kit, and they're still like more recently released characters. So this could potentially go on one of those characters. I think Davy's weapon is solid because it has the halo and it's generally not worth replacing that one, but those other ones maybe. But do give me your thoughts on the actual weapon. Do give me your thoughts on the avatar. Things you'd like to see other than the obvious. Bring back the character. I know. But if there's anything else you'd like to see, maybe you want to see the Paragon mod be more of a selection Paragon mod, or maybe a Paragon mod that's determined every time. So for instance, this season it could potentially be like Confuse Resist, and then next season it could be Attack, so on and so forth. Let me know in the comments down below. That is the end of my video. I want to thank you very much for tuning in, and as always, keep on surviving, guys. Keep on surviving.